my dear Capricorn. This is a love reading, a prediction for the month of March with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. And this will be a love reading for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising Sign and Venus, Vedic or Tropical. And the reading can go both ways. The drama is the same, but it can be different castings to the different roles by the universe. So when I tell you that this is you, it might as well be the person or the situation you are dealing with. I usually read for the empath side of the story within this dynamic, but also remember that the other person holds up a mirror of your shadow. So use your own intuition and recognition to determine who is who in this reading for you. I can also recommend that you watch the previous love reading for February, because that is the energy right now, and this will be the prediction for March. I will start shuffling your cards, and I use the Golden Universal Tarot with Roberto de Angelis. When I open your deck here, I see the 10 of Cups in the reversed and the 9 of Coins. So it seems like we have a person that we are very much in love with. We might feel like this is the love of our life, or a person that is super important to us. But we are trying to become more independent from this person or this relationship or this family constellation for reasons I don't know just yet. Okay, I call the Divine with Love and Light. And here we have the 2 of Coins with the 9 of Coins in the reversed. So it might be that there's a little bit drama inside this relationship, and it's hard to make really good progress or find solutions to different relationships problems. So it might feel like it's easier to just let the relationship or the person go because we're not working out, or we are not finding harmony within the relationship. We can't understand each other, or one person is taking the relationship serious and the other one is just playing around like this. I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and here we have the 4 of Wands with the 9 of Coins. So again, we are choosing ourselves in front of this relationship or this union. And I call the 6 elements, and here we have the Page of Wands with the 9 of Coins in the reverse. We are searching new roads forward. Maybe this person has a longing for freedom, or longing for new adventures, or don't want to go through the same conflicts or the same drama over and over again. So we want to look over the edge and over the horizon and see if there can be something else for us. So 6 elements: earth, wind, fire, water, spirit and ether to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading for my dear Capricorn viewers. So I want my dear Capricorn to have love in their life and to find themselves in loving relationships. I also want you to have creative success and to be able to walk on your highest path towards your highest destiny. Okay, so I will just tune in for a few seconds towards you and the person most on your mind, and the love situation between you two in March. And the love can be a romantic relationship, a friendship relationship, family, or even co-workers, or some other relationship that's keeping you busy in your mind. Okay, so this is the new bottom of the deck, and it's the Ace of Cups. So it shows, I'm thinking about self-love here, since we saw the 9 of Coins so much. We are trying to figure out what's best for ourselves here, not the other person or the relationship, but actually how can I make my life happy? How can I give myself love and find the freedom or tranquility, peace, harmony. And this is the old bottom of the deck, and it shows the Empress in the reverse. We might have been dependent on another person nurturing us, or we felt safe within the relationship, or we felt taken care of. It can be, for example, someone gives us money, so we need to keep ourselves well with that person because we don't want to lose the gift of money. Or it can be someone that gives us other things that we need. They are maybe helping us with our hobby, or giving us massages, or whatever it is. And we feel dependent on this. And if we don't fulfill this person what they want in return, we will lose that benefit or even the access to this person. So it's like we can't have one with the other. If we choose this person, we can't have our freedom. If we have our freedom, we can't have this person, because I'm thinking there's certain rules to be obliged here. If the other person would want to have a relationship with us, they want something in return. They just don't want to be maybe used for what they can give, and then we are busy doing something more fun with our own time. Okay, so this is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And this is the situation with said person. This is what's on their mind with you. And this is your feelings towards them, the bond between you two, their feelings towards you. This is your behaviors and attitudes, the outcome, and their behaviors and attitudes. So we start with the situation. And we have the World card in the reversed here. World is 21, 2 plus 1, 3. We have the Empress as well in the reversed, 3. So this is the Divine Feminine. It's like the Stargate to which we are all born into this world from another place, another dimension. But this doesn't only represent that. It's also represent our soulmates, or the people that we have lived so many lifetimes together and feel so connected with them. We know them inside out. This is our home. This is our tribe. This is our people. And it can be a fully grown situation, for example, a marriage, a situation where we have had many happy years together. And then finally, something feels like it's missing. And this might be a cue to move on, because this is the last card in the Major Arcana 21. It starts again with the Fool. We also saw the Page of Wands, which is also a child with the lust for adventure. So we might have lived and experienced everything we could in this relationship here, and we start to long for something new, something outside the relationship. This is what's on your mind about the person most on your mind. And we have the 9 of Wands in the reversed here, and they have the Lovers in the reversed. What I took both cards in the same time is because I'm feeling two things here. I'm feeling like the other person is shutting you out. I'm also feeling like you're so tired on living up to their expectations that you are shutting them out. So it might be a little bit different for different people. But what's on this person's mind is that the relationship is unequal. So for some of my Capricorn, you will maybe find yourself on this side. And this is maybe the freedom longing person. It's another 9 of Wands instead of 9 of Coins that we saw before. It's one person feeling a little bit trapped and probably like whipped into submission, and the other person feels like they have given a lot and not getting enough in return. And here we have the 8 of Wands. So it's a block of communication. So you might be refusing to talk about the issue because maybe you feel guilty, or you feel like you should feel something else. You should want to be in this relationship. You shouldn't want to give it up. You should want to stay in it. You should want to sort it out. But instead you say nothing because you don't know what this new thing is that's calling to you, that's making you feel like you want to stretch your borders and experience more out of life. So this is your feelings. So it feels like, should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay and get more beaten up and told what I'm doing wrong and how I'm not living up to the other person's expectations? Or should I drop this relationship and maybe find something new? Maybe not a relationship at all. Maybe living single like the Hermit here. And then we have their emotions, and it's the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. So I don't feel like this person they don't want to let you go. They want to continue on this journey. They want to have back the old thing, the thing that they had before with you. We have two wheels here, so it's an 8. It's an eternity symbol. So it seems like you have gone many laps in this spiral, and hopefully leveling up a little bit. But see why this person feels the needs to go back. I need more time to heal and find myself. I was lost. So they might have acted in ways towards you that made you feel captivated or almost incriminated, or like you were a criminal or doing something wrong. And maybe this person was caught in a kind of blame game where they needed to blame someone else for how they felt inside. So if the dishes wasn't done properly, that hurts me. I'm getting anxious inside, so I scream at you to do it better. Or if we have an issue of you're not liking my friends, I'm going to be angry with you about that, and give you a hard time, instead of maybe accepting, okay, so you don't like them, they don't like you, that's nothing, it's out of my control. I can try to being the diplomat here and try to fix the relationship, but it's not really my relationship, so it's a little bit these people's problems if they would want to behave, since they have me in common or not. I can't control this. So it shows a person that's maybe trying to install a lot of control in their life, so they won't feel anxious when things isn't in the way that they want it to be. Anxiety comes, and the anxiety is really an old pain that needs to be dealt with. But by keeping control and order in our surrounding, we avoid the actual issue, the actual thing, why we control people or situations in the first place. So this is your behaviors and attitudes, and we have the Hermit in the reverse. So again, I'm feeling this confusion. Why do I feel like I want to be alone? Do I want to spend the rest of my life alone? Why am I sacrificing this situation? So if you are on this side of this reading, you probably need to take some time on your own to figure yourself out and why you have these emotions. It might be that this person feels like they want to be alone because they are always criticized for this. They need to keep everything in order so the other person won't feel anxious. And this can be very exhausting. So we need to go and rest sometimes. It doesn't mean that we really want the relationship to be over. It might just be a signal. This is like post-traumatic stress a little bit. It might be a signal that we have taken too much responsibility for the other person's how they need things to be, to not blow off their handle or get over dramatic or start to cry or become pissed at us or criticize us or whatever it is. It can be hard to live together with someone that wants to micromanage your every move and tell who you can meet and how you need to act when you are meeting these people and how you are not allowed to act and all these things. It's like never have really grown out of your parents' home. You just moved in with a new parent that might be your partner, or it can actually be a relationship between parents and children, and the child wants to move to their own apartment because they can't take more of the parents' nagging. But it's the same story, just different situations. If we are actually living with our parents or with someone that wants to micromanage us like they were our parent. So this is the other person's behavior, and we have a 3 of Cups in the reversed. So 3 of Cups in the reverse. It feels like gossiping or going to our friends and complain about this person that doesn't do the dishes properly or can't behave around other people, or doing a lot of stupid things that we need to clean up afterwards. So it's a lot of like just complaining and no real love and compassion for the other person. It's 3 again. So this reading shows like a suffocating, maybe feminine aspect, even if it's in the masculine person. In a masculine person, it can take more expression of being maybe jealous, stalking, over controlling, reading your emails, reading your text on a mobile phone, things like this. If it's a woman, it can, if I generalize, it can be more about you're not allowed to have these friends, you're not allowed to do this activity on Friday because then we are having dinner together, and you need to clean the house like this. And so it can be a little bit different, but it's the same feminine suffocating energy that this person wants to get free of. So I think the first way to solve this is that this person needs to stop controlling the relationship and let the other person be who they are and love them for who they are. And the second thing is that this person is not going to staying in the relationship. They are going to run away from it. It doesn't mean that this person will become happy, but it's just they can't take any more of this pressure. So it doesn't mean that they don't want to be with this person. It just means that they can't take it anymore. And if they stay, they might get depressed or like feel like their life is not worth living and get into different crises. We have the Hermit here also connected to the Moon card. So I'm thinking there's a lot of subconscious things going on that even this person doesn't realize. They think that maybe I should do the dishes better. Maybe I should behave better when we're out with friends. Maybe I shouldn't have other girlfriends or boyfriends and talk with my friends. Maybe this is actually making my partner feel betrayed, and so they might not realize the pressure that they live under or that you live under. You maybe don't see it. You just think that you should do better, so you're pushing yourself, and eventually this will explode, and you won't be able to stay in this relationship. And this is the outcome, and we have the Hierophant. So I'm feeling here almost like couples therapy, or that we are the couples therapists to each other, and start to talk about these things openly instead of carrying them in silence and just building because we don't want the conflict, or we don't want to wake the sleeping bear. So maybe both people needs to talk about this like adults. For example, when you don't do the dishes properly, I get really anxious. Okay, so if I put the fork like this, will that make you anxious? Or if I throw it on the floor like this, will that make you anxious? So we can try and we can see what is it that really triggering you, and see what it is that's the real problem, because probably it has nothing to do with the dishes or the fork or whatever. It's some deeper issue that this person is trying to avoid feeling. And for this person needs to say, when you are trying to micromanage everything I do, I feel like I'm a puppet and you are the puppeteer, and I don't have an own life, and my soul starts craving an own life, and then I want to run away from this relationship, and I would rather stay if we could solve it. So if we could talk about this like truthfully, honestly, and also with like less fear of conflict and less fear of consequences. Because if this person can't stop controlling, then we need to take the consequences, because we can't let ourselves stay in the relationship and become depressed. And that's just an example. So I'm asking a little bit more what this person wants to say, but I'm actually feeling like this is for you. I wanted to aim for something better for myself. So we're starting to feel like this can't be it, living in this prison. I don't think you ever loved me, because you are always trying to change me or make me into someone that I'm not. And I still don't know if I ever loved you. If we have these kind of constellations in our relationship, we have someone that's hoovering us like this, we might feel like we are obligated to love this person, and we don't know if we actually love them or they just took control over our lives. So by being this controlling, we don't allow the other person to feel their own feelings and know their own like their own wants and needs, because we are telling this is the wants and needs you should have and no, nothing else. So this person can't be genuine in the relationship, and therefore they don't know if they love this person or not. And I need you in my life. I'm mostly feeling this for this side, actually. This person is just trying to live up to the parents' expectations. So at this point, they don't know what they need. They are trying to live up to the other person's need. And this person needs this other person to act in a certain way to not trigger trauma or pain. Okay. So is there any hope for solving this issue here within this relationship? We have retreat. So it's what I said earlier, that this person needs to take time for themselves. And when they have done that, they need to come back and actually communicate, be brave enough to communicate and said, okay, so I lived without you for a week in our cabin, and I feel such a stress relief because I could do the dishes in my own time. I didn't have to put my shoes exactly where you need them to be, and it was like freedom for me. And I want this freedom also inside our home, and I want us to make up rules for how I am to live this free life also here without you biting my head off. And then the other person needs to tell what they want to tell about this situation. True love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So if you have doubts about your feelings, this is probably a person that you're very much in love with, but just the feelings are suffocated now because of the immense control that this person has pushed upon you and upon the relationship. So it doesn't mean that there's not love here. It's just that trauma has triggered this person to be very controlling, and this is invading your personal life and your possibility to be the person that you truly are. And you have started to live after this other person's pipe, how they are singing their tune, and you have started to dance accordingly with their tune. So you have lost yourself a little bit, and now it's time to find yourself. So this is what the other person wants to tell you. Life is a series of constantly shifting cycles, the cycles we're seeing here. When we resist change, we resist the natural flow of life and create unnecessary stress. Go with the flow, you will be surprised where it leads. So it's like their soul is telling you that even if they as a person wants to keep you locked in, they as a soul allow you to be the person that you are and experience life in the way that you want it. So you're not a prisoner. And their soul will forgive you if you can't stay. And here we have this card as well. Sexual union. Honor the place in one another where you are eternal soul, for you will find true bliss. It might be that there has been a lack of sexual intimacy inside this relationship because of this person's control. This person might have lost the lust for having sexual intimacy. It's very hard to have sexual intimacy with someone that has made a lot of criticism of who we are and what we look like and how we act, and we might have lost the mojo. So if we want to reconnect with this relationship, to focus a little bit on what made us fall for each other and what made us have this chemistry in the beginning can be a good idea. And for non-sexual relationship, this is honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. If you can find that you both have good intentions towards each other, and you have your different hurts and your different opinions, but the real need for both people in this equation is probably they want to be good people and do good things. This person thinks that it's very good if all the shoes are in order, and this person thinks it's good if I listen to what other people say. So both people have a good intention, but then because of the different traumas and fears that we have, fear of being honest, the fear of things getting out of hand or out of order, is making us lose this, that we actually have good intentions towards each other. So if we can find that again, the relationship doesn't have to be doomed in any way. Okay. So, Capricorn, this was refreshing with another point of view. I hope you liked it. And I would urge you to watch the reading, their True Thoughts and Feelings for Capricorn in their True Thoughts and Feelings playlist. It can tell you more about this story, about another relationship that you have wondered about. And if you want to work a little bit more on your spiritual and personal growth, you can become a member to my channel. As a supportive member, you will get collective readings for spiritual and personal growth. And as an extended member, you will also get these readings ahead of time and with no ads. And as a full member, you will also get personal readings from me. You can subscribe and then check out the join button that will appear when you subscribe, or go to the link in the description box to learn more about this. And for my regular viewers, not much have changed, except you get more videos from me, and all type of videos arrives a few days earlier than they did before I created this membership service. They are now being posted Thursday to Sunday instead of Tuesday to Friday the following week. And to not miss out on any other content, you can visit my channel. There's a lot of different playlists there with your favorite videos. And if you click the arrow to see more, you will only see the last 12 videos from that playlist. So rather click the headline to see all the videos that the playlist contains, to not miss out on any exciting content, okay? So thank you so much for being on this journey with me. I'm truly grateful for my wonderful and loving and supporting viewers. So until next time, take really good care and stay blessed. Bye-bye.